Hi, welcome to the series of Jasper reports. In this video, we are going to learn about the basic charts in Jasper Soft Design Studio. The agenda for this session is, firstly, I will walk you through on the basics of the charts and the key terminology that we use while we work with the graphs. Then we take a look at the different types of basic charts in Jasper Soft Design Studio. And finally, we will see examples on how we can create a pie chart and how we can create a basic bar chart based on product sales data. Let's get started. What is a chart? A chart is a graphical representation for data visualization. We represent the data in the form of symbols. Symbols such as bars in a bar chart, lines in a line chart, and slices in a pie chart. Now, let us have a look at the key terminology that we use while we work with the graphs. The terminology includes series, category, measure, plot, x-axis and y-axis, labels, and legends. Let us briefly look at each of these. To start with, what is a series? Series represent sets of related data. Series corresponds to rows of the data in a given data range. A chart can have one series or more series. In a product sales report, we can consider the values of the brand name as series. Now, what is category? Category represents bins of the data. That means categories display the names by which the data is grouped. Categories corresponds to the columns of the data in a given data range. In a product sales report, we can consider months such as January, February up to December as categories in a given year. What is measure? Measure represents the numeric value for a graph. What is plot? Plot represents the area on the chart where we display our data. We call x-axis as category axis and y-axis as series axis in a graph. We display the categories as labels for a chart, and similarly, we display the series as legends for a graph. Now let us have a look at the different types of basic charts available in the studio. Jaspersoft offers several basic charts. The charts includes area chart, stacked area chart, XY chart, and the popularly used charts pie chart and bar chart. These basic charts based on a technology called JFree chart. JFree chart is a Java-based free API. We can identify these JFree charts using chart element from the palette section. Now, let us see how we can create a pie chart. Before we jump onto the example, let us walk through the basics of the pie chart. What is a pie chart? Pie chart is a circular graph to represent the data. We use pie charts to compare the parts of a whole. We represent the data in the form of slices, where each slice represents data size. We require categories and values, or say the measures, to plot a pie graph. Let us consider the scenario of product sales data. So in the example, we are going to display the product sales by its brand names. For that, let's first query the product table. So we are going to display the store sales as slices, and we are going to categorize the store sales by its brand names. Store sales are available in the sales fact table, and brand name is available in the product table. So I have this query to plot the pie graph. So This query displays the brand names and the summations of store sales by each of the brand. So we are going to display this information as a pie chart. So to start with, in the studio, create a blank report from file, new Jasper report, then select the blank A4 template from the report templates wizard, then click on next. Let us save this report under reports folder of Jasper Reports 2021. And let's give the report name. I am going to name it as JFree Pie Chart Product Sales by Brand Name. So let's give the report name, then click on next. And in the data source wizard, from the data adapter dropdown, select the Foodmart database and let us supply the SQL for the report. So let's copy this query from the PG admin and copy it in the SQL editor of the report. Click on next. Let's take brand name and store sales to the fields section here. Then click on next. Then let us skip providing the group by, because we have already grouped our data at SQL level. So let us skip this step. So click on next and then finish. Pie graph is basically a summary of a summary of data. So usually we keep summaries in the summary band. So let us remove the unnecessary bands for this demonstration. That includes page header, column header, detail, column footer, page footer. Let us multi-select all of these nodes from the outline and right click on the selection and then click on the delete. So let's expand the height and let's increase the width of the report, because we are going to plot two graphs side by side. One chart in the first chart we are going to display the default view of a pie chart, and in the next one we will apply some properties to represent the labels and values for the graph. So I have just saved the report, and to have the basic pie chart, click on the palette and select the chart element and drag it onto the summary band. Let us select the pie chart, then click on next, and in the chart configuration wizard, let us add a dummy series here first. Generally, this basic pie chart doesn't require any series to be provided, but if we do not provide a dummy series, we end up with some errors. So this basic chart requires at least one series to be added. So I have added series 1 here. So click OK, and in the value property, we need to provide store sales. So let us select this one, and for the labels, let us select the brand name here. And key is nothing but the series. Key is nothing but the category, and value represent the measure here. For pie chart, we don't require any series, but without giving a pie chart, we don't get output. So let us give the appropriate values for the series, value, label, and the key, which is nothing but category here. And the category here is brand name. Click on finish. As soon as we select the category here, we can see that the series is updated with this one, with the same name, which is nothing but brand name. So initially we provided it as series 1, but as soon as we select the category, the series will get replaced with the category. That means for a pie chart, the category and series is the same. So this chart is configured to use the main data set. So basically, we can create own data sets and we can map those data sets for this visualization. But for this demonstration, let us stick with the main data set here. So click on finish and let's adjust the height and width for better look and feel of this pie chart. Click on save. Let's give a title to the report. For that, let us take the text field and give it a title. I am going to use the same name that I use it for the report save report name. So within the double quotes, let's give the report a name. Let us quickly format this title, increase the font size, then vertical alignment, then let's bold it. Now click on the preview button to view the chart output. We can see that the chart is displayed with the categories. So this is how we can create a pie chart in the studio, and this is the default look and feel of the pie chart. Now what if you want to get the values beside the category name here? For that, I am going to take a replica of the same chart and replica of the same chart, and I'm going to put that beside to this one. So let's put these two graphs side by side, and the first one resembles the default look, resembles the default view, and in the second one we are going to get the values and the percentages beside the category names. For that, select the chart element, and as soon as we select, we can see the corresponding properties of the chart. So along with the general properties, we can see the additional properties for the chart in the chart tab and in the chart plot chart in the chart plot tab. So in the chart in the chart plot section, uh, we can see label format option under labels. So we represent label name with 0 within the curly braces and 1 and then 2. So 0 means the category name as label, and 1 represents the value of the slice, and 2 represents the percentage on the of the slice. So let's give it the differentiation. So as soon as we give these properties, we can see the labels are changed on the design. So let us see whether we get these percentages and values along with the categories by running the report. So click on the preview and we should be able to see the percentages and values. We are not seeing them on the output because when we use these properties, we do not need to take the labels in the chart configuration. So to go back to the chart configuration, we can select the chart component, right click on it, and then click on the edit chart wizard. Then we need to skip providing label for the chart so that we can see these label properties coming up on the output. So let us revalidate these in the properties. So 0 represents the category name, 1 represents the value of the slice, and 2 represent the percentage of the slice. So let us save this report and click on the preview button to run the report. Yeah, so now we can see that the values along with the percentages for the pie chart. So this is how we can get the product sales by its categories with the values and percentages using basic pie chart. Now let us move on to the next example, which is J-free bar chart. So we are going to display the monthly product sales where months will be categories and sales will be the values on the series. So before jumping onto the example, let us have a look at the basic of the bar chart. So what is a bar chart? Bar chart is basically a columnar graph, and we use bar chart to compare the data in the groups or to track the changes over the time. To draw a bar chart, we need categories on the x-axis and series and measures on the y-axis. So let us see how we can create this monthly product sales report using the basic bar chart in the studio. For that, I am going to create a new report from file, new Jasper report. Then select the blank report from the template and let us save this report with another name. I am going to give it as J-free bar chart, monthly product sales. Then select the FoodMart connection from the data adapter dropdown. And I have this query for the bar chart. So let's run this query and analyze the data. So the first column, the first column displays the brand names, and the second column is for month of the year, which is a numeric value, and then the month, then the store sales and unit sales. So this query is restricted to have only 2 brands, and we can see the American brand and Washington brand. So these will become the series values. This we can consider these two as the series, and the months are going to be the categories on the x-axis. And based on these two series, we are going to get 2 bars for the graph. So the first graph represents the store sales, and the second bar is unit sales. So let us take this query and plot the bar graph. So copy the query and give it to the report. In a non-complex report, non-complex query, we can provide comments in the studio, but it is not advisable. So click on next here and let us take all the fields to plot the graph. Next, let us skip providing the group by field, then next and finish. And let us remove the unnecessary bands, because any graph or a cross tab representation of data is nothing but summary of a report. And we usually keep the cross tabs and the graphs in the summary sections of a report. So let us have title and summary on the report, and similar to the previous one, let us increase the width of the report to 1000 pixels. So we are going to have the default chart, default bar graph, and beside to that, we are going to have the same bar chart, but we are going to apply some properties to have a better look and feel of the visualization. So for that, let us create the first one. So from the palette, select the chart component and drag down to the summary band. And from the chart wizard, select the bar chart option, then click on next. As I said, we are going to have a bar chart based on series. So for that, let's create a series first. So we have considered brand names as the series. So we have two brands. One brand become the first series, and the um, second brand becomes the second series. So select the series. Let's remove the first one, which is the default series one. So let us have brand name as the series, and the value is going to be store sales. And I think I have misled you on these two columns here. We are not going to take unit sales, but this store sales we are going to plot on the graph. And for American series we get the values as one bar, and for the Washington brand we get the same store sales as a second bar. So we are going to have only one value, that means one measure for the series bar graph. So for the category, let's take the month. So I have two fields here, month of year, which is integer, and the month in the form of strings. So if I don't take the month of year, I cannot sort I I cannot sort the months alphabetically. I mean, in the general way of representing the months, we cannot get that unless we have the numeric uh, value of the month. So I have these two to represent the months in the right order. Select the month, then click on finish. And again, this chart is using the default data set, which is main data set. So click on, let's keep providing the label here, but let us see what we get on the output here. Let's give a title to the report. I am going to use the same name that I used to save the report, which is nothing but JFree bar chart monthly product sales. Let's put that name in a text field on the title band here. So double click on the text field, then this here, put in this should be enough for the demo. Now let us run this report and see how the graph shows up in the output. Yeah, so we can see the series are represented with different colors in the legends here, and on the bars we can identify which bar is belongs to which series here. So we have one series, and that one series has two values, which is American and Washington brand names here, and we can see the months on the x-axis. So this is how we can this is how we can create a basic bar chart in the studio. And now if we closely look at this visualization, the months names are not readable. And what if we want to get the values on the each bar? So for that we are going to apply advanced properties from the chart plot section. So I am going to take a replica of the same chart here just beside to the first one, and I am going to apply the advanced properties on this. So select the chart element, and in the properties switch to the chart plot area, and we can see So this particular section, it has all the properties that we can apply on the category axis. So we want to have this months uh, aligned for better readability. So we can use this advanced utility. So this looks better. So this is about 49 degrees. So let's save this one. And on the value axis and on the label axis. So in the general properties of the chart plot, we can see that these show labels property is available. So by default, a chart doesn't require any label to be displayed, but we are going to enable this one to view the values of for each bar. So save the report, then click on preview. Now we should be able to see the values for each of the bar, and we can see the better readability of the category labels on the x-axis. So this is how we can play with the bar graph and the properties, the basic properties on the bar graph. So let's move on to the next topic, which is advanced concept on the basic charts. So we can consider chart themes and chart customizers are advanced concept on the basic charts in the Jaspersoft Design Studio. So let us briefly look at each of these advanced concept theoretically. We are not going to see the demonstrations in this session, but we can save that examples for later sessions. So to start here, what is chart themes? Chart themes basically represent the set of common properties. We define these properties as templates. We create a file called .jrctx to define the common properties. These themes are generally used to enhance the look and feel of the charts. We can say that chart themes are the properties that usually do not expose in the JRXML. A chart theme affects all chart types supported by the Jasper reports. Using chart themes, we can change the fonts for the charts, or we can also change the palette colors commonly for all the charts available in the basic chart elements. Now, the other advanced concept associated with the basic charts is chart customizer. Chart customizer is similar to the chart themes. We create a jar file based on the JFree API. So in the jar file, we create classes, and inside the classes, we create a method called customize. And in the customize method, we define the properties for our needs on the charts. So the fundamental uses for this chart customizer is also to enhance the look and feel of the report. Using chart customizer, it affects only a particular graph, whereas in the chart themes, if we create a template, that template will be applicable for all the elements on the all the elements from the basic charts. I mean the properties will be applicable for all the charts from the uh, basic chart engine, I would say. So using chart customizers, we can remove borders for labels in a pie chart or decrease the gap for series in a bar chart. So that's about the advanced concepts on basic charts theoretically. So this brings us to the end of the session on the pie chart and bar chart. So I hope you're a little clearer on what we saw in this session. But before we wrap up, let's do a quick recap of what we saw so far. So we have firstly seen the basics of charts and the key terminology that we use with the charts and graphs. Then we have taken a look at the different types of basic charts available in the studio. And finally, we have seen how we can create a pie chart and how we can create a bar chart based on product sales data. And lastly, we have seen what are the advanced concepts with the basic charts. So that's about this session. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more updates.